All right, this is Monday's session. High bar squat, 440 pounds for 3 sets of 5. For this cycle, I'm going to rock with the belt and no sleeves. I try to keep the sleeves in frame of all the squat clips so that it's evident that I'm not wearing them, since you can't see my knees because I'm wearing pants. I mean, probably still get some people that will just assume that, I don't know, I bought another pair of sleeves or something, but the weight would be a lot higher, compared to my 5-rep max. I would not be dropping all the way down to 440. And you just got to try to keep the proof, man. I mean, on the my first beltless high bar 500, I had a comment that's like, I won't be fooled. There's a belt under the shirt. So there wasn't, but I got to go out of my way to make sure. But anyway, I'm going to keep the sleeves off until the end of the session. Just try to make as much progress as I can bare knee. I think I'll progress pretty quickly because I'm readapting to squatting bare knee, which I haven't really done since before I bought the sleeves. But hopefully I'm still doing 3 sets of 5 up in 470, 480 mark at least, and then end the session close to 500 for triples. Want to get 600 with the sleeves by the end of the session. I don't know how possible that is. At least 585, but 600 is the next big milestone that I'm eyeing up. Next, we have today's session. So strict press, 215, 3 sets of 5. Not too difficult. I mean, obviously, I recently posted the video of a set of 5 strict with 230. So this isn't, just doing this for sets of 5. Not too difficult, but I didn't want to start too close to 230. I wanted to, be able to progress and not burn out so quickly. So this just seemed like a good starting number for me. Make 2.5-pound jumps. Stick with 5s as long as I can. Hopefully milk this for, just as long as a squat. Try to keep everything the same, probably 6 to 8 weeks. And then at the end of the cycle, I'll attempt a 290 overhead press. I think I should be able to, it should be pretty possible, Definitely a big PR from 275, but we'll see. And then I did 5 sets of 5 with 75 pounds. There's a 5 in between the 25 and the 45. But it's just like the other day. I didn't record all 5 sets, just the last 3, because nobody really wants to watch 5 sets of pull-ups. But I like using this bar to do the pull-ups better than my actual pull-up bar on the rack, just because it's a little bit wider. This bar works really well for neutral grip, except that it's not stable, so it can rotate around on you mid-set, and that's no good. But yeah, just freaking love doing neutral grip pull-ups with this bar. It's great for it. All right, I'm doing a little car talk today to throw at the end after the training clips voiceover. When I do the voiceover videos, there's always so much to say in not a very long period of time, because I only have probably anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes to kind of explain why I'm doing everything that I'm doing and talk about the training session as a whole. So this is kind of a way that I can squeeze a bit more in, cover a bit more ground to, as far as like the philosophy behind everything, because some people will comment and ask questions. So hopefully this adds a bit more. And just by nature of my work right now, I'm spending a lot of time in the car, especially Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I'm in the car for usually around 2 hours a day. So I just figured that might as well talk a bit more about the training and what you see when I have the opportunity like this. So I haven't recorded the voiceover yet, so I don't know what all I've talked about so far, because I think this will come after the training clips. But yeah, just a general volume phase right now. Typically it's like 3 sets of 5 with everything. Pull-ups 5 sets of 5 because they're not very taxing. deadlifts are incredibly taxing, so I just stick with the top set of around 5 reps for that. I have a secondary deadlift day tomorrow. After bench, I'm going to do some rack pulls. I haven't done rack pulls as a main staple of training pretty much ever in my entire training career. So, I mean, really, I was just looking for a secondary deadlift exercise to do that might have some carryover. I've done a lot of RDLs in the past, and to be honest, I've never really seen much carryover to the deadlift. I mean, they definitely have their place. They light up the hamstrings and glutes. Like, I'll do a good RDL workout, especially one that's higher rep, you know, 400, mid 400 pounds for, you know, anywhere from 10 to 20 reps. I mean, that'll light you up, but I've just never really seen that much carryover from RDLs to my deadlift. So see what I can do with rack pulls. I mean, it's a good overloading exercise. The only thing that I really don't like about rack pulls is that they can destroy bars. The bar that I use for my pressing, it was like the first bar I bought for my home gym. It's an economy bar, and it's already slightly bent. It doesn't give me too many issues, so that's why I still use it. And also the bar that I use for squats and deadlifts, it's a bit thinner. It's an Olympic bar, so I don't like using that for pressing. But yeah, so this bar is already kind of bent, so I'm a little weary. And I don't have anything I can really stack up. I mean, I have a bumper 35 and 25, and I could use like a couple of my shitty mats that I fucking hate to do like a block pull. But I just don't think that I'll be able to get it to like a good, I'm trying to do the rack pulls from like below the knee, like just below the knee, not like a mid or low shin. And I don't think that I'll be able to stack the plates and the mats up to get the bar quite there without using like all the mats. And then at that point, they're kind of sinking down and taking away life from the mats that are already on their last leg. I definitely need new ones. It's just not if I'm going to get new ones, I'm going to get like horse stall mats, and I know those are pretty pricey, and I just can't really afford them at the moment. But, yeah, so anyway, the rack pulls, I'm going to stick with a top set of 5 too, and it definitely should be more than deadlifting. That's not even a thought. I think tomorrow I'd kind of like to get around. Again, we're at the start of the training cycle, so I'm not really concerned with the numbers to start. I'm more concerned with the numbers to end. But I would like to be around the 6 plates, like 585-ish mark, 4.5 to start. Because by the end of the training cycle, depending on how big of jumps I'm going to make for those, I know we're probably talking like mid-6s for 5. And to get my deadlift back up over 600 pounds and hopefully hit an all-time PR, because it's been way too fucking long, that should be where it is, where the rack pulls are. So, I mean, realistically, if I'm in like the mid-6s for 5, there's a reason why I shouldn't be pulling at least 635 for 1. That would be a 10-pound PR. That's, 6 plates and a 25, and I got, 625 already. I had a 5-pound PR after not hitting a PR in a deadlift since December 2023. I'm looking for a bit more than that, but yeah, anyway, as for everything else, I think I'm really gonna stay locked and loaded. Mostly 3 sets of 5. I want to start with 6s on bench, just to give myself a bit more room for error. Bench, I got an atrocious bench, so hopefully by starting at 6s, I can give that some more time to progress. I'd like a 365 close grip by the end of the cycle. It's probably not super realistic, but I would love that. So I'm making different weight jumps for every exercise too. It kind of depends on, the exercise and how slowly it's going to progress. So I think that the training clips I'm going to have, it's going to be yesterday's squats and today's overhead press, and then the pull-ups. Squats, I'll probably mention in the voiceover, but I'm going bare knee. Going bare knee with the belt for now. I'll throw the sleeves on at the very end of the training side. I'm not gonna be doing like sets of reps with the sleeves. Once I hit the plateau and I'm happy with where the squats end up, then I'm gonna throw the sleeves on. And my goals at the end of the cycle are to do in sleeves, in a belt and sleeves, 500 for 8, 545 for 3, and then shit, hopefully 600. I would be happy with 585, at least 585. Definitely 6 plates at minimum, but I would really like 600. So I haven't really done any bare knee squatting in a long time. I've basically been using the sleeves consistently since I bought them. So I do think that I'll progress pretty quickly with it because I'm becoming like more efficient at squatting without the sleeves. Just like when you first start with sleeves, it doesn't really add much to your squat because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and then you break them in, you get used to them, and then it's, you know, night and day from, I don't want to say night and day, but you'll get a pretty good increase, you know, from that to your bare knee. So it's kind of the same thing. I'm, you know, just readapting to it. Of course, you squat a little bit lower without the sleeves restricting the range of motion. So I feel pretty confident in making 5-pound jumps to start. I mean, I didn't start at anything very hard for 40 for sets of 5. You know, not too bad. In sleeves, I did 500 for 5, not for 3 sets, but for one all-out very grindy set of 5. So, you know, not too difficult. So I'm pretty confident that I can make 5-pound jumps there and progress with 3x5 for a while. And then basically what I'm going to do for, well, let me close grip bench, 3-pound jumps, strict press, 2.5-pound jumps. Deadlift is going to be a 10-pound jumps for now because I haven't deadlifted in such a long time. I took like a month off from it. So I think we can make some 10-pound jumps to start, and then we'll drop down to 5s once I'm not progressing with the 10-pound jumps, just because there's more room for improvement there. So then what I'm kind of going to do, what my plan of attack is that I'm going to drop the weight first and the reps second. So for squat, for example, once I feel that the 5-pound jumps are becoming too difficult, I'll feel it out. I'm not married to a number quite yet, but either 2.5 or 3-pound jumps from there. And I don't want to go much lower than that on the squat. So I think with the squat, I'll end at, you know, 2.5-pound jumps, and then I'll drop to 4x4, milk that for as long as I can, and then 5 sets of 3, milk that for as long as I can. Bench, like I said, 3-pound jumps to start. That's being super conservative. That really wasn't too difficult the other day. For 3 sets of 6 for as long as I can. I will drop to 5s on bench before I drop the weight. So I'll drop to 5s, 3-pound jumps, and then we'll do 2-pound jumps and 1-pound jumps. Strict press, 2.5-pound jumps. It's a very small movement. 215 for 3 sets of 5 today was not crazy difficult. That last set, I don't think I could have done another rep, but you know, that should be how a difficult 3x5 is. And it's a very small movement, difficult to progress with. So 2.5 is plenty to start. And then once I, you know, run that course, then we can do 1 pound, or, you know, 1.5-pound jumps down to 1/2-pound jumps. Because even 1/2 pound to milk some more progress with 3 sets of 5 is a good, strong amount of progress. For strict press, I want to end the cycle. I want 290 at least. We're at 275 right now. I don't see why, 15 pounds after a cycle that's probably going to take 6 6 to 8 weeks at least. Shouldn't be possible. I mean, I suppose I could use the micro plates to hit a PR, but, you know, just getting to 280 from 275, it's like, you know, 275, I wasn't really even working on my overhead press at that. You know, I did do it in the volume phase that I ran, you know, from December into January.